What's your average bill? I've often said that I don't trust most industry statistics, but I usually continue by saying, but ask yourself, what if it is true? You see, recently I was in the US and I heard a statistic from a very reliable source that said that the average bill in hair salons in the United States was only $41. And I was shocked by that because, we're used to hearing about hairdressers that charge $100, $200, $500, even right up to someone like Ted Gibson in New York who charges $1,500 for a haircut. But you see, they are not your average hairdressers. And can I suggest that the people that are watching this video are by and large also not the average hairdressers. But think about it for a moment. All over America or Canada or the UK or Australia, or wherever you happen to be watching this, there are thousands upon thousands of salons that do charge, $20 to $30 for a haircut, or in the UK between £10 and £20. So I can believe that the average bill in the industry, not the average haircut, but the average bill, is $41, which would be about the equivalent of 50 Canadian dollars or 50 Australian dollars, or about £30, maybe a little bit more if you're in the UK. Now, if you're not sure how to work out your average bill, it's the amount of money generated divided by the amount of clients you did in the same time frame. And it includes everything, whether they're kids' haircuts, whether they're blow dries only, whether they're just having a colour, whether it's men's haircuts, barbering, whatever it is, it includes everything. So say, for example, like you did 1,500, okay? Now, 1,500, whether it's pounds, dollars, or euros, and you did 23 clients. Well, it's 1,500 divided by the 23, which gives you an average bill of, in this case, 65, whether it's pounds, dollars, or euros. Now let's get optimistic. Let's use the US example and assume that it's factual, that the average bill is $41. And let's get wildly optimistic and say that the average hairdresser is doing 30 clients a week. Unfortunately, they're probably not. But 30 clients a week, so we've got 30 clients a week, and we've got an average bill, so 30 multiplied by, in this case, multiplied by an average bill of $41. And what that equals is $1,230 in total services being done for the week. And that is being wildly optimistic because I'm assuming they're doing 30 clients. But where does that all go? So what I want to do is I just want to use some industry averages here. So let's say we take half of 1,230. Half of 1,230 is $615. Okay? Now, that $615 on this half is meant to cover what I'm going to term employee costs. Now, employee costs means the gross weekly wage of the employee who did that person's hair. But it's all the clients here. But it's also meant to cover any pension fund costs, any medical insurance, any holiday pay, any sick leave, if you're lucky enough to work in a country that offers those benefits. And it's also meant to make a contribution towards support staff is meant to come out of the 615. So by support staff, I mean like assistants or receptionists. Now, the other half, so the other $615, I'm going to say that that is going to be called operating costs for the moment, okay? There we go. Now, what are operating costs? Well, they're things like your accountant's fee, advertising and promotion, paying a bookkeeper, bank fees, cleaning costs, credit card fees, the computer that you're leasing, any couriers you might use, any donations a business might make, drinking water, electricity, IT support, the various insurances you might have, coffee, tea, milk, sugar, laundry powder, legal, magazines, newspapers, any maintenance issues, music, performing rights fees, petty cash, postage, any reference books that you might need, registration fees, staff amenities, so things like washrooms, staff training, stationery, sundries, telephones, towels, trade subscriptions, any travel costs, uniforms if you have them, washing machine and dryer lease if you have them, water rates, etc, etc, etc. And I haven't even mentioned rent, and I haven't mentioned product costs. All of that is meant to come out of here, plus this other category, which I haven't even made a nod to, which is this word profit. You see, you can see that it isn't enough. You can see that the problem is that $1,230 simply isn't enough money being generated to meet all of these overheads, plus have well-paid staff and a business that makes a profit. So that's the problem. How do you grow this 41? How do we grow the $41 average bill so that in turn you can grow the weekly sales of $1,230 so that you can run a viable business, pay your team well, and meet all your overheads and make a profit? That's the problem. What's the solution? Well, there is no single answer. And obviously, there are many salons out there where the individuals who work in them do not have average bills of $41. They have average bills of $80, $90, $100. And they're very productive and they're paid accordingly. And the salons meet all their overheads and they make a good profit. But as an industry, unfortunately, that's not the norm. So here's the question for you. What's your average bill? And what are you personally doing about growing it? What are you doing if you're the owner about growing your team's average bill and growing your business? So thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful. And if you want to find out more about what we do, then please visit growmysalonbusiness.com, where you can order my series of grow books, or you can inquire about coaching. And if you don't already subscribe to the 2-Minute Salon Manager, you can do so by visiting my website, which is growmysalonbusiness.com, and sign up for it there. Or visit my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/growmysalonbusiness. Have a great week.